The Fian Champion is one of those units everybody wants, and for many good reasons. The Battanian Fian Champion is the tier 6 archer of Battania, and it's part of one of the 6 elite troops line of Calradia. These units distinguish themselves from the competition not only by having very good equipment, but also insane stats. In the case of the Fian, it's 220 two-handed and 260 bow, almost double what a standard tier 5 unit would get. The role of the Fian is quite simple. Point, shoot, and kill. If the enemy gets too close, then throw a two-handed sword and smack it in their face. For archers, I think the first thing to cover is the number of arrows one can bring. In the case of the Fian, it's 2 quivers of bodkins, carrying 32 arrows each, for a total of 64 shots. So these guys can shoot for minutes. The bow is a woodland longbow. The Fian is the only high tier unit that carries a longbow and it's easy to recruit. Needless to say, it's the best bow a foot archer can have. It has 88 reload speed, making it the slowest bow among the archers, but don't be fooled, it's just by 1 point. It brings 76 pierce damage each shot, and it's quite comfortably the hardest hitting bow in the game. The accuracy is 94, but I don't want to talk about it too much, since weapon skill has a larger impact on accuracy than the bow itself. And the Fian has 260 base bow skill. When engaging in melee, the Fian is well geared too, with an island fine two-handed sword. It has 102 swing speed, 97 damage, and it's a bit on the short side for a two-handed weapon at just 107. This weapon on paper is not all that great honestly, but once again the weapon skill of the Fian is 220 and it's going to boost most of the stats, especially the damage. Talking about the armor, the Fian has 64 body armor, combined between the highborn mail armor and the rough bear skin, ranking him first among archers by 23 points. Differently from all of the other Battanians, the Fian actually brings the best helmet an archer can bring, with a value of 50 brought by the Island Crown helmet. The Fian will take another, this time marginal, first place. When it comes to the combined value of head plus body, the Fian ranks first by a landslide with a value of 114, and stays in first place even when we consider all armor types. Now that we are done with the equipment, let's get down to the stats. But first, the way I test archers is different from infantry. They still run through a melee efficiency test, but I have 2 other tests the archers must perform. The first is a shooting efficiency test. The archers assign loose formation at the start, and they have to take down the approaching enemy archers before it's too late. This test should evaluate the effectiveness of the shots. The second test is an under pressure test. In this test, the archers will be at a disadvantage, and the enemies will be charging shieldless infantry. This hybrid test aims at evaluating the versatility of the archer. The last one is a simple melee efficiency test that should be self-explanatory. Anyway, now let's talk about the actual stats. When considering the shooting efficiency, the Fians finish first all the times with an average KD of 26.98 and a KD of 797.5 versus low tiers. The Fians only lost 17.33% of units, and their average against low tiers was 0% casualty chance. When considering efficiency under pressure, the Fians once again top the scores, ranking first with an average KD of 10.05, a KD versus low of 106.12. The Fians lost only 18.20% of units and ended with an average casualty chance versus low of 9.17%. And finally, when considering the melee efficiency, the Fian ranked first once more with an average KD of 5.42 and a KD versus low of 180.3. The Fians ended up losing just 13.83% of their units and average a 1.32% casualty chance versus low tiers. I think you already know the ending score and the pros and cons of this unit, but let's list them anyway. This unit has some exceptionally armor for being an archer, all weapons are insanely good, the base skill of this unit makes it so that their AI is not only accurate but handles melee very well too. They can fire for days, they are tier 6, so their base survivability is already very high, even with no medicine, and if I really have to give them a downside is that they are elite troops. So you can only recruit them from castle villages or with the veteran respect perk by converting forest bandits. My final score is an OP out of 5. There is literally nothing they can do, and you can likely win with them even if blindfolded. Anyway, let me know what you guys think and what troop you want me to cover next. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.